Okay, continuing on. These will be measures, excuse me, 15 through up to 18. Okay, measure 15 looks fairly awful because it's got a ton of accidentals in it. So let's just tackle it. So you start out on a B natural. Then the next thing you see is that little F with the double sharp. So that's G natural to G sharp. A sharp is the same as a B flat to a B natural. D sharp is the same as an E flat to an E natural. Again, F double sharp, G natural goes to G. A sharp to B. And then just a straight D sharp up there. So I've sort of bracketed those little groupings of two together because it helps me to see them, and then I don't have to think about what are all of those notes. They're just little groupings of half steps. Ben egale means with equalness. So yeah, just we want to make sure that we don't in the fingerings become uneven, and that's a place that it might happen just because of those notes. So that measure is, and then be careful because we've been doing all of those little half step things. You're going to want to go D sharp to probably an E, and it doesn't. It goes up to a high F sharp at the beginning of the next line. So just be ready for that. I hate it when they put that at the end of the line because you sort of miss it. Okay, measure 16 is sort of a little turn up to a high G sharp, and then the rest of this measure is an E major arpeggio broken up. Be careful with the articulations in this measure. It's 4/16 tied to the 1 on the second beat. D-ah-ha-ha-ha, but then da-ha, 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 da-dum. Try not to clip the ends of the two-note slurs. It can kind of sound, I call it the rivet, froggy. If you extend that second note of the slur right to where you tongue the next one, it will sound better. Okay, then in measure 17, we have some accidental fun again. You have D sharp, and then the next note is a C double sharp. So C goes to C sharp goes to D. So that's the same as a D natural. So we basically have D sharp, D natural, D sharp again. Then little fermata on that, and then D sharp is good for the whole measure to resolve to the downbeat of measure 18. Okay, so here are measures 15 through up to the beginning of 19. 2, 3, 4. And you want to make sure that you're planning your breaths carefully. If you're coming into this from the measure 14 with the triplet, I'd probably get a breath after the B, so it makes more sense. Now, you may have noticed, those of you who are astute, I slowed down just a smidge at the end of bar 17 going into that fermata. I think that's fine, and if you're clear about it, I don't think anybody will say, oh, you were dragging. You're really just trying to do something musical. Okay, that's that section.